In this video, we are going to see how to add simPRO individual customers to HubSpot as contact. So let's say that you are using simPRO as a cloud-based field service management software, and you want that every time a customer is created, an individual customer is created, then automatically that particular customer should be added as a contact in your HubSpot CRM. How can you do that? For this, you will have to integrate these two applications, and the same can be done using Pabbly Connect software. Here your trigger application would be simPRO and your action application would be HubSpot. So whenever a new customer, individual customer is created here, automatically it would be added as a contact. Now how would you do this yourself? To understand that, let me take you to my screen. To begin with the process, we are first going to type the URL pabbly.com/connect, and as we do that, here we are headed to the landing page of this software. Now on the right hand side, you can see two tabs, sign in and sign up for free. So if you already have an account, then simply sign in. If you are a new user, click on this tab, sign up. It won't take more than 2 minutes, and yes, at the time of account creation, you will get 100 free tasks. So now I'm going to click on sign in, and here we have reached all applications page. Let's click on access now for Pabbly Connect. Here we have reached a dashboard of this application. On the right hand side, we can see a tab create workflow. Let's click on this, and a dialog box has appeared which is asking us to name this workflow. So here my objective is that every time a new contact, an individual contact has been created in simPRO, then automatically the same contact should be updated in HubSpot CRM. So I'm going to name it as create HubSpot contacts from new simPRO individual customers. Let's click on create. So as we do that, here we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. One is trigger, another one is action. Triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens and action is do this. Basically, action here is the response of our trigger application. So here my trigger application would be simPRO. Let's click on this. And now what would be the trigger event? This is the event that will make this workflow run. So here the event would be new individual customer. So this will trigger when new individual customer is created. So I'm going to select this. And here we have received a webhook URL. This is actually going to act as a bridge for connecting simPRO with Pabbly Connect so that Pabbly Connect can have access to the information. So now how do we have to set up this connection? So I'm going to copy this. And now we have to log in to our simPRO account. We have to follow these steps. We have to log into our simPRO account. Then we have to go to settings and then setup. So now let me show you how we are going to do that. I have already logged into my simPRO account. And now here, what do we have to do? We have to go to settings. So this is settings. Then we have to go to setup. So once we are here, let's go down. And here we can see API. Let's click on this. We have to go to webhook subscriptions. And now here on the right hand side, we can see create subscription. So I'm going to click on this. Let's name this subscription as new subscription 123. Now the email address, let's say it is new@pabblytudes.com. Here we are supposed to paste the URL that we have just copied. Done. And now what do we have to do? We have to go to people. And then as you come down, here we can see individual customer. So I have to toggle this towards the right. Basically, I have to turn this on for created. And let's click on create. So here we can see that the webhook subscription is now saved. Let's click on OK. So if I take you back to Pabbly Connect, here you can see that now it is waiting for a webhook response. Basically, it is saying that you have to do a test submission so that the webhook response can be recorded here. Which means that we are supposed to create an individual customer in simPRO now. So going back to simPRO, now here you can see people. We are going to go here and click on this icon customer, create new customer. So once we are here, let's select individual, and now we have to fill in this data. Let's say the first name here is user123 and the last name is name123. Now the customer type here is, it can be a lead or a customer. I'm selecting customer. Now the primary phone number. So let's say it is 9. Then we have the mobile number. So I'm going to copy this and paste it over here and here. Then we have the email address. So let it be user123 name123 at pabblytudes.com. So once done, here we are going to give the location. So I'm just going to write random apartment, random city. And now I'm going to go to contacts, then here custom. So once you have reached custom, remember this is a must, it is a compulsory field. So let's give an account number. Okay, now if you wish, you can fill in the desired details. Now I'm going to click on save and finish. So as soon as we have done that, here you can see that customer name 123 user 123 has been saved. Now let's go back to Pabbly Connect to see if we have received the API response. So here we have received the API response. It might take a few seconds, so have some patience, and it will definitely come. Now here you can see that we have received the individual customer ID, reference customer ID, reference company ID, then we have the name, description, but here we haven't received the details of the customer created. So I'm going to add another action step here, and this time again the application is going to be simPRO. Let's click on this, and the action event this time here would be find individual customer by ID. So let's click on this and click on connect. So here Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with the simPRO account. So I'm going to click on add new connection and then connect with simPRO. So here it is asking me to enter the build URL. So if I take you to my simPRO account, so this is my URL, I'm going to copy this and taking you back to Pabbly Connect, it is saying that this is your build URL. So I'm going to delete everything after that. This is my build URL. Let's click on save. So now here it is asking me to log in again. Let's click on login. So you are currently logged in as Pabbly. Yes. So here we can see that our connection has been set up, and now simPRO is connected with Pabbly Connect. Now it is asking me for the ID, so I'm going to click on this and I'm going to map this information. Mapping basically means that I already have received this information in the previous step. I'm just going to retrieve it here. And why is mapping important? Because if I'm writing this information manually, so every time, even for the new workflow, it is going to take the same data. So to retrieve the new data, it is compulsory to map. So I'm going to click on this, go to step 1, and this is my ID, reference individual customer ID. Let's click on this. And then the company ID. So again I'm going to toggle this towards the right to map the data, and here I'm going to map again, go here, and this is the reference company ID. Let's click on this, and now let's click on save and send test request. So here we have received the API response, and here we can see that we have received the mobile number, the address, and the first name and the last name. Right, so we have received this information, and now what is our objective? That with this contact, I should be able to create a contact in Hubspot CRM. So now the next action application would be Hubspot. So let's click on this. And now the action event here would be to create a contact. So let's click on connect. Again, Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with Hubspot CRM account. So to set up this connection, let's click on add new connection and connect with Hubspot CRM. So here it is asking for the account. So I have selected the account. Let's click on choose account. So once done, here we can see that the authorization has been successful. So now here Pabbly Connect is totally connected with Hubspot, and here we are supposed to map the information. So this information, I'm only going to map the information which is absolutely necessary for me. So here I'm going to take you down. We have quite a few fields over here. So I'm going to take you down and go to first name. And now I'm going to go to step 2. And here I'm going to look for the first name. This is the first name. Now the last name. So let's click on this. Click on step 2. This is the last name. Now the third thing that I need is the email address. So I'm going to click on this. Go to step 2. And here let's look for the email address. Here it is. And then finally I need the phone number. So I'm going to click on this. Go here, and this is the phone number. So basically I have filled all the information. Let me scroll down quickly, and here I'm going to click on save and send test request. So here we can see that we have received the API response, and this means that this user is now created in Hubspot. So now I'm going to take you to my Hubspot. So here in HubSpot, we are going to go to contacts. Let's click on this. And yes, here you can see that user 123 name 123, a contact has been created under this name. So basically this means that our integration process is a success, but we also need to check this in real time. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create another contact in simPRO. So I'm going to take you to simPRO now, and let's go here. Click on create new customer. So once done, I'm again going to repeat the process. And now let's click on individual. This time the first name, let's say it is name 0102 and the last name is 123. Then we have the phone numbers. I'm going to copy this and paste it over here as well as here. And then the email address this time is name 0102 at pabblytuts.com. So once done, let's go to custom, give this account number 123456 and let's click on save and finish. As soon as we do that, here's it is written that customer 123 name 0102 has been saved, which means that now under the same name, a contact should be created or updated on HubSpot. So let's once again go to contacts, and here we can see yes, under the same name a contact has been created. So this is name 0102123. So this basically means that our entire integration process is a complete success. Now let me take you to Pabbly Connect and show you exactly what we have done. So here basically our trigger application was simPRO and the event was new individual customer. Like once we had created the customer, so we had to find the customer details through the ID that was provided in the API response. So our action application was again simPRO, and this time the event was find individual customer by ID. And finally our action application was HubSpot CRM and the event was create a contact. So basically this is an extremely easy integration. I hope you have understood this well. If you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow which is given in the video description. You can also clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any other integration that you wish to work on, please write to us. Not only this, but you can integrate multiple applications using Pabbly Connect software. To ask any of your query, you have to write at forum.pabbly.com. You can also visit our website, which is www.pabbly.com/connect. To get all the details about the latest updates, the integrations and applications, you can visit our Facebook group. If in case you have found this video helpful, then do not forget to share this with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get into automation and make their life easy. I'm going to see you very soon with different integrations and automations. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Take care of yourself.